Alright, so this is empanadas. Now, empanadas, I've actually had an empanada, I think once, but it had an egg in it. And I didn't like it. I didn't like that particularly. It was like a Mediterranean small restaurant joint that we got the empanadas from. Alright, so we need garlic. And empanadas can contain just about anything. You can put, like, you can make a whole pizza in there, and that'd be a calzone. You can put a whole egg in there with some beef and, like, some onions and green onions, you know, that kind of stuff. Alright, so we got peas. Oh, we extract them. Oop. Please give me a handful of peas. Thank you. I'm sorry, my brain is like stuck on that right now. I may be a tad bit brain rotted right now because I did just wake up not that long ago. Also, chicken stock cubes? Why are we using stock cubes and not stock? Unless there's a reason behind that. Chicken. Then we cook up the chicken. I still need to change my mouse pointer, and I will get around that. It's just like, I haven't really had the found a motivation to find a new one or just make myself a new one. Although I could potentially make myself a new mouse. Like, if you guys want to, like, see me do that, I guess. Have my little mouse pointer be whatever, I guess, like napkin or toastineer, I guess. Although toastineer would be a little bit harder. Wait, raisins. Alright, I've never seen raisins in a very meaty kind of like stew like that for empanadas, but alright then. Alright, we need salt. And then we need pepper. And there we go. We got our delicious stuff for empanadas. We need baking powder, flour. We're making the dough now, which is meant to contain the nice, delicious, juicy insides that the empanada has. You know, all the peas and carrots and the chicken and whatnot. We're using sugar. Then that's a lot of sugar. Baking powder. Are you sure we are making like a sweet empanada? What's going on here? Butter. Oog. And then we gotta knead the dough, like right here. And there's a sideways backwards S. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, we need the chicken filling. We need the dough, which we've made into nice little dough balls. We need a spatch, and then we need a fork. There's a fork. There's a fork. I'm pointing right at it. Alright, so we roll this out. Nice and good. We put our filling in there. We fold it like that. You don't want to overstuff it, otherwise you're gonna end up with a weird looking empanada with filling coming out of it. The same goes for hand pies or just like burritos or any of that kind of stuff. There we go. Now that we got our empanadas all nicely done, we gotta fry these suckers now. Yep. Well, actually, sometimes I heard sometimes you can bake them, but I think it just really depends on the empanada. Alright, we need our cooking brush, we need spatch, and then we need, what was the one? Egg white. Why do we need egg white? Oh. Put it on a high, we put some oil in there. Although, typically empanadas are usually fried, but I mean, I guess you could technically bake them. Wait, we need to flip them over and then cook them on the other side, or brush the other side of it. Gotta sink these into oil. You take a nice little spatch, and we're just gonna fry these little suckers. There you go, and then got kimchi sauce, whatever that is. And our empanada's done. I got a score of 5,690 with 5 stars. I think we did relatively good. Alright, so this is falafel. I have never had falafel before, but I like saying the word falafel. It's rather interesting to say. So we need all of these greens right here. We need a pepper. We need to chop it nice and good. We need, I think this is either coriander or parsley. I think parsley was the other one. This is parsley. Garlic. More garlic. More garlic. More garlic. And this is parsley. Or, it's probably cilantro. I probably saw that as a cilantro garlic. Next, we have to puree the vegetables. So we need our blender, we need a bowl, we need chickpeas. Because a falafel usually requires chickpeas. I think. Here we go. You take this and then you power that on. Keep powering it. And then you should have a fine paste, kind of like this. There we go. The funny thing is that I actually knew what hummus was made of. Like, this game taught me what hummus was made of. Then again, a lot of stuff from Sarah's cooking class did teach me how to cook. Even if it's just like simple little Monday things like, oh, you have to do this and yada yada yada, and just whatever, you know. Alright, so we're adding our hummus, which is made of chickpeas. And we're making, I think it's the dough. Yes. We're making our dough for our falafel. It's funny, I only hear about falafel, like, just in media, but not in the outside world. Or, like, just real life, because, like, I only hear about it in, like, games and whatnot. Like, oh, you have falafel in Tomodachi Life, or just you have falafel in, this game. That's the only times that I've heard about falafel. And you wanna know what I pronounced falafel as when I was a kid? I pronounced it as falafel. Because I didn't know how that was pronounced at first. I just pronounced it as falafel. Because I thought it was like some, like, if you like, it's like, it's like if you try to say fa la 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 as Christmas. Pure white baking powder. There we go. Then we cumin, salt, and then pepper. Nice. And then we mix that up nice and good. Combine it. We need a plate, and then we need a tray. So we're gonna combine our little falafel balls. There we go. Alright, so now we're gonna put these in the fridge. We refrigerate it for several hours, so that way we can be able to fry these. We gotta mix the ingredients next. So we need our oil, we need a slotted spoon. Set that to medium. Put our pot there. Alright, let's set this to high now. Let it get warm for about 5 minutes. We need our falafel. Then we need to take all of these and spoon them in one by one. If we gotta wait a bit more time, like 150 seconds. 115 seconds. Then we stir these around. Make sure they're all well and fried, and we gotta let the oil drain. So now we have turnips, salsa, hummus. We got pita bread. We don't really need chickpeas. Chili powder. And then we have a plate and spoon. So what we have to do, put the pita bread, hummus, which we're just adding more chickpeas to it. We're adding chili powder. We take a little bit of salsa. Or a lot of salsa, I guess. We put some more falafel on there, and then we have some turnips. And there you go. Yeah, some falafel. We got a score of 4,300 with 5 stars. I think we did relatively good. Alright, so this is fish tacos. I have never had fish tacos before. And I'm sorry if my eyes are doing a weird thing right now. It's a genetic condition. But we are doing fish tacos. I'm gonna move this over here so that my eyes will look a little bit better. That's better. Alright, so I have never in my life ever had fish tacos. Because in my family I don't grow up eating fish. Because my mom doesn't really like the smell of it and it just makes her gag. But my grandpa loves cooking fish. Alright, so we got tomatoes, we got mango, onion. Not sure why mango is in there. Unless there is a recipe that uses mango for a more savory kind of like deal, but I'm not 100% sure. Gotta put pepper in there. Salt and pepper like always. Oh, it's mango salsa. That's what it is. We put our mix in there. Alright, we need another bowl. This is gonna be mayonnaise, sour cream, cilantro, taco seasoning, and then we need 1 spoon. Yes. So we put the mayo in there. We put sour cream, taco seasoning, cilantro, and then we mix that up nice and good. Gotta put that right there. That's our white sauce. So now we need to take tilapia and we gotta cook them. So we got lemon juice and we got lime juice. We need 2 spoonfuls of each, I think, to make it nice and lemony, because it is fish. You gotta have like that sort of like nice taste to fish. Alright, so now we need a chopping board, we need oil, or grapeseed oil for some reason, knife, and then we need our tilapia fillets. And then, oh yeah, wooden spoon, because we need to mix it up. Alright, so we're gonna set this high. Grapeseed oil, which I had never heard, well, I heard about it before, but it's just never seen it used. We gotta flip these suckers over. And then we set that to off. We now set these in the little plate right here. And then we're gonna cut these up. Set them on the plate. There we go. Now we got our tilapia. Now we're gonna make our fish tacos. So we need a plate. We need tortillas. We need cabbage. I did not just say cabbage again. Excuse me. That is cilantro. Alright, so we take our fillets. Put our white sauce on it. We need cabbage, mango salsa, and then we put a little bit of cilantro. And then we fold it. And we do this for the rest of the tacos. I think I must be a child when I say this, but like when I make tacos, usually I make them like a kid. I don't make them with like any ground beef or whatnot. I just would stick just cheese in there, and I'm talking just shredded cheese. And it's because I usually just eat it with like a crunchy tortilla shell. It's like eating nachos. Alright, we need our guacamole, and then we need our lime wedges. So, there you go. That's our delicious fish tacos. We got a score of 4,010 with 5 stars. Honestly, pretty good. Anyways, this is Flan. I like Flan. I haven't had it in a while, but I remember really liking it. Alright, so we set this to high. We need sugar. And then we need water. Essentially, we're making the caramel, which is gonna add a nice little brittle. Don't want to burn the caramel. Here you go. So we put that in there first, so it would make our flan. We gotta prepare the egg mixture, which the egg mixture, we need evaporated milk, condensed milk, eggs, and then vanilla, which for some reason looks like a olive oil bottle. Alright, so now we have to add the mixture. Just put that right there. Whoop! That one's very quick. Bake the flan. We gotta put the pan in there and we have to put water in the basin. And then we shove it in the oven for that amount of time. There we go. And then we take the flan out. And now we gotta chill the flan. We gotta shove it in the fridge, like boink. And then we gotta decorate and serve our delicious flan. So we gotta cut it out. Gotta put the plate and make sure it doesn't spill. Gotta put the cherries on top. And strawberries. That looks more like a cake than a flan. But that may be just me. And that's a delicious flan. We got a score of 4,630 with 5 stars. I think we did really good. Alright, so this is fruit smoothie. And much like the biscotti one, there is 4 different types. We got peach and mango. And I will say this, I like peach, but only if it's peeled properly. Like, if it's not peeled, then I have issues, alright? Gotta put that right there. You cut this in half, peel that, flip on the side, gotta peel them. Give it a nice gentle peel. Cut, cut, boink, boink, boink. A lot of these old, like, Sara's Cooking Class games, you have to cut with the mouse rather than, you know, just having to click on it. Alright, so we need our mangoes. Mangoes! Alright, so we cut it like that. I don't think that's what a mango looks like. And I don't think it flattens like that. I'm pretty sure, anyway. Oh, it just pops out like that. Okay. So I'm pretty sure the middle part of the mango is not meant to be edible, other than just like the outside in kind of like part. Like you're not supposed to have the seed. There we go. Put our mango in there. Then we need to take the blender. We need soy milk and we need orange juice in a blender. Make a delicious drink out of that. And there you go. Shove that in there. That actually just make me thirsty. I haven't had a smoothie in a while. The only proper ones I did have, it was like a strawberry smoothie. Alright, put that there, and we put one of our little slices, a mango slice. Let's prepare another. We got a score of 1,028 with 5 stars. We did good. Alright, so the next one is a cherry berry smoothie. We need our raspberries. I will say, I like raspberries, but I just don't like seeds in raspberry. Also, those got freaking massive. Alright then. Hoping these are tiny. Like, I usually like raspberry and like candy. And this is probably, oh god, where's my mouse? Mouse? Mouse gone. Okay, we're just gonna have to be... This is probably a weird glitch with Flash, maybe. Okay. Knife is right there. At least I could... Okay, there we go. My mouse is back. Oh, it's weird. For some reason, grabbing the grapes... like, bugged out my mouse. There we go. So we need our delicious grapes. We need our raspberries, cherry juice, vanilla yogurt. Sorry, my nose is doing some weird. And sugar. Gotta put our raspberries in there. Grapes. Sugar. Gotta put our cherry juice in there. This actually does sound really nice. The only thing is that I don't like Greek yogurt. I like regular yogurt. Alright, so we need cherries, straws, and we need glass. So we're gonna pour this right here. Gonna bring in a straw, and here you go. That's our delicious cherry berry smoothie. Score 1,350 with 5 stars. That's actually different. Berry smoothie. Now this is a little bit different. Sorry, I had some out of my throat. I'm alright. My throat was being a little bit icky. To be fair, we're in May, and it's usually the time in the month where pollen gets everywhere. It is also the time of the month where, especially if this happens in Missouri, or wherever, there's... that pollen can sometimes bring pear trees. And the pear trees that we have over here in Missouri are invasive. Like, they will essentially just take over a bunch of trees, and it's gotten so bad to the point where you had to have, like, services like, to get rid of them and replace them with red maple or just whatever kind of tree. It's a very invasive species. Also, blueberries are actually pretty nice. I only like blueberries when they're dried up. Like, I just don't like them when they are whole. It's probably just a hot take coming from me. Also, that text on that lemonade, the text on the lemonade is like going off. Alright, so we got blueberries, we got strawberries, raspberries, I think those were grapes or black cherries, fat-free milk, and then we got sugar. Mix that up all nice and good. That ought to taste delicious, and I love the color of that too. Strawberries, we got straws, and we need glass. We need to put this in there. Put a straw in there, and then boink, we got our delicious berry smoothie. And we got, for the last one, mixed fruit smoothie, which it is, from what we saw, it's kiwi, banana, and then strawberry. Which I actually like strawberry with kiwi. Especially if it's in flavored water. I love flavored water. Because it makes me drink water easily. Alright, so we need to cut up the kiwi. You gotta put the little kiwi slices in there. There we go. And then we need our strawberries. Whoop. And there we go. I've actually, like, I made like some nice smoothies with frozen berries rather than just like them being regular berries. I feel they're better frozen rather than just being fresh. Because it tastes like you're like having a nice ice cream milkshake or something. Which, that's what a smoothie is. It's a healthier version of a milkshake. We got banana. And I've discussed this in a, oh, that's weird. I discussed this in a video, or like a short rather, but a while back, I did say that I hate banana. And that still remains true. I just don't like the texture of banana. Strawberry yogurt this time. With apple juice. Alright, mix that up nice and good. That is a lovely color. We got our kiwi. Alright, so we are gonna put that in there. Need a straw. And then there we go. That's our delicious mixed berry fruit smoothie. 12,900 with 5 stars. At least, I think I'm gonna cut it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye!